Let's be real. Starting something new can feel both exciting and totally terrifying, right? I mean, we've all been there, where you're pumped about an idea, then that little voice creeps in saying, "Who do you think you are? What if people think you're a joke?" Does that sound familiar? This is what's often called imposter syndrome, and honestly, it's one of the biggest hurdles to getting a side hustle off the ground. But here's the thing. You're not actually afraid of failing. You're afraid of someone seeing you fail. Now, think about that for a second. Wouldn't it be freeing to just let that go? Most people are too focused on their own lives to scrutinize yours. So why not just do it anyway? Imposter syndrome is that nagging feeling that you're not as skilled or as capable as people think you are. And trust me, it is so common, even among top achievers. When you're thinking about starting a side hustle, it gets even louder. You might catch yourself asking, "Who am I to do this?" I know I've asked myself that many times. Or, "Why would anyone care what I have to say?" But here's a question. What if those thoughts are just stories you're telling yourself? What if you're way more capable than you give yourself credit for? One of the biggest culprits feeding imposter syndrome is this myth of perfection. We look at other people's highlight reels, those polished Instagram posts or LinkedIn updates, and we compare them to our messy behind the scenes struggles. Ever do that? I know I have. But here's the truth. Perfection doesn't exist. Everyone you admire has made mistakes, had setbacks, and learned along the way. So why do we put this pressure on ourselves to have it all figured out from day one? What would it feel like to let that go and just start knowing it doesn't have to be perfect? And here's another way to think about it. It's not about you, it's about them. Your side hustle isn't about proving yourself. It's about providing value to others. What problem can you solve? What joy can you bring? People aren't looking to judge you. They're looking for solutions, inspiration, or entertainment. So why not focus on how you can help? Starting a side hustle also requires a bit of vulnerability. And I get it. Putting yourself out there can feel risky. But think about this. Isn't vulnerability what makes us human? When you're honest about not having all the answers, but show that you're willing to learn and grow, people connect with that. So let me ask, how would it feel to let go of the fear of being judged and just focus on showing up as your authentic self? Now, let's talk practical steps, because overcoming these limiting beliefs isn't just about mindset. It's about taking action. First, acknowledge those feelings. When that self-doubt creeps in, call it out. Maybe even write it down. Seeing it on paper can help you realize how much of it is just noise. Second, reframe your thoughts. Instead of saying, "I'm not an expert," try, "I'm learning and growing every day." Those small shifts in how you talk to yourself can make a huge difference. Third, celebrate your wins. I'm terrible at remembering to do this, so it puts a smile on my face, this part. But big or small, seriously, every little step forward is progress. Did you brainstorm ideas today? Celebrate that. Did you post your first social media update? That's huge. That's often always the scariest. After that, it just becomes normalized. But celebrate it all the same, every one of them. And don't forget to seek feedback. Surround yourself with people who support you and can offer constructive advice. Sometimes hearing someone else say, "Hey, this is great," is all the encouragement you need to keep going. Finally, set realistic goals. You don't have to build the next big thing overnight. Break it down into manageable tasks and tackle them one at a time. What's one small step you could take today? This last one, this has been key to increasing my productivity and to being more effective and impactful. I've really embraced that, and it has made an enormous difference to how I run things. I mean, here's the thing. Fear doesn't have to stop you. It's natural to feel scared, but courage isn't all about being fearless. It's about taking action even when you are scared. And here's a little secret: everyone else is so wrapped up in their own lives, they're not watching yours as closely as you think. When you let go of that fear, you open the door to authenticity. And when you're authentic, you attract the right people, the ones who resonate with your message and value what you bring to the table. Your uniqueness is your superpower. How cool is that? Starting a side hustle isn't just about making money, it's about reclaiming your identity, pursuing your passions, and creating something meaningful. So let me leave you with this: you're not afraid of failure, you're afraid of being seen failing, but everyone else is worried about themselves. So do it anyway. If you're ready to take the first step, the Risk Free Side Hustle is here to support you. Subscribe, like, join our newsletter. We'll tackle the fears, celebrate the wins, and help you turn your vision into reality. So, what do you say? Are you ready to silence that inner critic and get started? Your future self will thank you.